Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another interesting video here. This is an 2011 Mini Cooper N16. This is from a customer. His name is Matt Predmore. That's all I'm going to give. Matt, this is your computer. He sent me, well, this is his information right there. I got all beat up in the box, but he sent me a computer just in case his, because it was dead, it would have been not possible to fix, and then I would have to clone it. Um, he said the bad DME is marked as original, and the replacement is, if needed, is marked as good. The bad DME was damaged by having the ground wire for the coils disconnected on the back cover while attempting to start a car, and it no longer responds on the CAN bus when scanning the vehicle. So this is his concern. Computer is already fixed. It's the only way to actually know if it's any good, right? Because we have a possibility of a bad microprocessor, uh, internal ICs. It was completely shorted when it came here. I should have recorded that, but those are just tests that you do either of the capacitors or the diode on the front, and then you'll see that. As you can see right now, I got the COM bus in this system. Let me take you over to and actually start the screen recording. So give me 1 second. All right, guys, I got now the screen recording going. You will be seeing all the values that I have. So let me go over to the folder. Um, This is when the computer came here. So as you can see, that's original. I always take pictures of the computer, how I open it up and take it apart. A good high resolution, sorry, high resolution picture. So I can start doing the reverse engineering later or as I go and find out what the values are. As you know, voltage regulators, I see they control the coils and injectors and so on, total body, main capacitors and so on, right? Um, Again, these are just pictures of what I have done in here. I always get the information that I need as far as, oh, and actually I have it already here. So I take main signals that I need to make this computer talk. As you can see, I got, powers and grounds and COM bus. And what I was going to show you, which let me just pull that back in again, network. Actually, it's in the DLC. As you can see, I have done my homework on this because it's the only way that you can properly test the component, right? His says no communication, that ECM, right? So what we can see here, pins 6 and 14, they don't go straight to any module. They go to the junction box, which is in this case a gateway, right? Base or after that, the gateway, which is right here, um, it will disperse or get collect information on in the whole network. But one thing that I noticed too is that there is a terminating resistor for this. So that means that the actual computer doesn't have a terminating resistor. So as you can see here, I have a 120 ohm resistor from CAN high and CAN low. In this case, if we go over to the data, the colored diagram, pins 40 and pins 52 are PT CAN. So the communication in between modules is going to happen in PT CAN. That is a high-speed CAN network. They call that PT. I mean, that's BMW, Mini Coopers, and Rolls-Royce denomination. This is going to be for high-speed CAN, like we can see on the network in here. So they had different networks going on, the green and orange, and then we have the yellow one. So the yellow one is the PT CAN, and that is a faster communication. That's why, convertible tap and all of these amplifiers are on a separate network. It doesn't need that high speed. These are main components, stability control, so sorry, power, electronic power steering, and so there needs to be immediate message. So that's why it's a fast communication. All right, so again, I take my main wire, so X6004 is this one, and then if we go over to where are the did I close it? Yeah. So let me open this again. I have the connectors in here. Like that, I know which one I'm working on. So the A60004 is that one because we can see on the picture we got a small connector and then two big ones. The X604 is the first one on the left, as I have the computer here now, right? So that's how I find out what I need. I put the main signals and see if I have communication. We can see the pinouts also in here. I got all these from Identifix. This time I have access to air, and that's not a problem. You can see terminals. One is 15, terminal 15. Terminal 2 is a supply for terminal 30. Um, 3 and 4 are grounds. 5 and 6 are terminal 87. In this case, I only have 5. I didn't supply neither 6 or I think 18 for what I need to do as far as testing and communication. One of them is enough. And then obviously I did put a wake up signal, which is terminal 15, right? So that will be as far as communication. And then obviously the pin 42, sorry, pin 40 and pin 52 can, the CAN bus connectors. All right, so that's all we need to know in here. Let me cancel that. I'm just going to lower it. Okay, so as we can see, we got communication, a healthy bus, and that's why, because I have the resistor in place. We can, make this a little slower and probably put in better sample. The more sample rates that you put, the better that signal is going to look. And also, if I come here and I go over to I can activate a filter. Yeah, that's just going to probably go more like when you're working on this around three megahertz. That's what you want to do for a CAN network. If you're just looking at a regular a regular signal, then you can go 40 kilohertz. For a CAN network, there is a faster signal. You want to put at least 3 megahertz, and that is because I'm using the one-on-one probes. If I would be using the 1 on 10, 10 to 1 probes for the oscilloscope, which this picoscope, the 6402D, is a very capable. It's a 500 megahertz oscilloscope, is very capable. But for these kind of signals that I'm working on, I can work on a one-on-one probe without affecting anything in here. This is just like you working on a car. When I work and seeing signals, I have to use a 10 to 1. That's just a attenuated probe. So because I don't can't to not affect the communication on the SPI or the RTX and TX communications in between the microprocessors and voltage regulators or smart ICs like these ones, right? But yeah, so we got a healthy CAN network. Let me go over to uh, the actual scanner. So we got the scanner. We're gonna do bean scan. The last digits on his bean number, which should be A77A6. I want to show that that sound is a good sound. Well, if communicates perfect, that's the sound that I'm that. That's perfect. A77A6. That's his computer. So this is now 100% fixed. The only thing that I want to do, and I always like to do, let me pause the video 1 second. All right, perfect. So I got to be careful when I'm doing this testing here because the computer is live. So I always like to check for powers and grounds. So I'm going to go here. We got the 5-volt reference. That's excellent. We should have it here. Again, it's very hard to do with one hand, and again, I have to be very careful. But I want to show you guys. So going on to this other one, we got 6 volts, and then here we got 3.3. That is excellent news. That's exactly what we're looking. So again, we got 6 volts here, right? 6.1, the 3.3, and then 5 volts in here, right? And then this and the voltage regulator. I mean, I will not be doing this live because you can do also that on the pins, but 3 signals in here. These are 3 main rails in here on the voltage rail. There are the sensors, Gonna try to see this is 5-volt reference in there. So these are the sensor 5-volt reference in here. Make sure everything is safe. Yes. I don't know why the line went off. Yeah, but yeah, so we got this voltage regulator controls the voltage rails for the computers to work. So this is a smart multi-power rail voltage regulator. So in here we got again the 3.3, the 6 volts that will be converted into 5 for the microprocessor, and obviously the 5-volt reference that the computer needs. It should be another rails in there, but let's say those are the main rails the microprocessor needs. And then out of these my voltage regulator, we're going to have 3 separate 5-volt reference that will all go to the voltage regulator, and that's why the computer also gets damaged, when you lose one of the grounds. If a coil ground gets lost, it can cook the microprocessor, or it can cook the voltage regulator and other circuits inside the computer. But yeah, so this one is 100% fixed. As we can see, we got the voltage rails, we got a healthy communication, a healthy CAN network. It's identifying the computer good. I'm just going to go a little more inside here so we can see that we can talk definitely to the DME. I mean, this is the only thing that is connected. So definitely the scanner is pulling the information from the DME. Again, the only thing that we have connected to. Coding, programming, special function, manually search. We're going to go to Mini. All right, guys. Okay, looking into the information in air based on the big number. This is an R55, like that. Yeah. So I was correcting the assumption. Let's select drive and then DME, and we can see that we are not having communication. Well, actually, it's because of my trigger probably, because I did. Yeah, I can see communication. So you see, it's actually having communication in there. So, well, this is in the way, or the reason why, again, we couldn't automatically go here is because it's looking for the gateway. We're doing it manually because it's just a computer connected. But module information is perfect. Uh, Let me did fault code, of course. Yeah, misfires. It looks like, wow. He has, so yeah, cylinder misfires and everything. Accelerator pedal module, position signal, current. Okay, those are all the currents are because obviously nothing is connected. But the ones in history, he has misfires in cylinder 2, 3, 4, actually in all the cylinders. And that's why I like to save this. Pre-scan. And I'm just going to put his name here, Matt. Okay, yeah, please enter the correct mileage. I don't have the mileage, so let's just put, I'm gonna put 100,000 just to put something. Um, it's just going to save the report like that because I need to talk to him, make sure he has correct those calls issues. I would probably be cutting some of the testing and everything on here, but as you guys can see, everything is working 100%. This is just a tool saving the report. Healthy communication. And the reason why it goes down is if it's not being used, nothing is happening on the computer. Obviously, it will go into a recess, especially since my capture is in 100, sorry, 10 microseconds. So if I go faster, as you can see, I will be able to see more and more in there. Where's my trigger right now? See, if I keep the trigger in there, I can have it always in the screen. Again, that was just an error of user error having the trigger so much down, but as you can see, we got a healthy. All right, so we're here. Do you want to display the corresponding RTC? No, we're good. We can read freeze frame data if we want to. All right, so yeah, I'm actually correct. This looks like it has a just about to hit the 100,000 mile. So that was a good assumption from my side. But yeah, so the computer is working 100% Matt. This is a good news. You don't need that other computer. It's always good to have the original computer. This has the correct calibrations and the correct ISN and everything, so you don't have to do any further programming. Everything is good. And that warning is that alarm is right now. World Cup time. We're going to see Argentina against France. All right, guys. See you next time. Thank you so much for visiting the channel, and don't forget to subscribe. I am really happy to be able to help people around the world because I have right now customers sending me computers from everywhere. So I'm very happy. Um, Again, thank you so much for visiting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.